Microsoft or Sony? The PlayStation or the Xbox? Which is the superior console? Now this, ladies and gentlemen, is a very tough one to answer. So give me a sec while I give it some thought. PlayStation, Xbox, PlayStation, Xbox. It's so hard. It really is. It's so hard. Do you know what? Wait. I have got it. I've got my answer. Before we begin, here's a little history for you all. The war for the bestest console is an age-old tale. Yeah, maybe not that old or old, depending on when you were born or something. I don't know. Anyways, it's been going on for a while. It started in the late 80s and the early 90s, and it was between Sega and Nintendo specifically. And I guess those were the biggest ones at the time, the biggest gaming consoles at the time. So it was specifically about them. And it was just about them battling out who was going to be victorious in dominating the home console gaming market. Sega won, by the way, just so you know. But we'll get to that in a sec. So Nintendo had been dominating the gaming markets, specifically, I think, in the United States of America. I think they were quite popular in Japan as well, maybe even China. But I know for sure that they were dominating the market around that time in the United States of America. And Sega had been trying to break the market. They had tried in Japan with little success. And so they moved over to United States of America to try and win that market. And for a long time, they failed. But eventually, they won the console wars because they had better hardware. They learned, I guess, from all the consoles that they had put out that weren't doing well. And it turned out that they created one that had better hardware and an aggressive, fun, cool marketing campaign that won the hearts of people. And it had that popular catchphrase, Sega. I don't know if anyone remembers that. I don't even know if anyone that's watching this is old enough to have played that. Maybe I'm just really old. So through the early 90s, the war carried on for the dominating console. And it carried on between Sega and, oh, I'm losing my train of thought. It carried on between Sega and Nintendo. And it went on, I think, until about 95, when a new player joined the fray. And that was Sony in form of the PlayStation, the first PlayStation. And once that came out, it blew Sega and Nintendo out of the water. It just won the market. And here we are today, struggling to buy the PS5. So can I just say that when I was growing up, I always had more than one console in my home. My first ever console was a Sega Genesis and then a Nintendo. And they came around the same time. I think we owned them around the same time. And it's just, I've always played on different platforms, so I've never had a preference. If I wanted to play Mario, then I went to the Nintendo. If I wanted to play Sonic the Hedgehog, then I went to the Sega Genesis. And that is how my gaming life has been for all of my life. It's been a mixture of different consoles, because where other people jump on this whole, I'm going to pick and choose which is my favorite console, I'm just a gamer. I love to play games and I go where the games take me. So if there are loads of consoles out there and I can afford to get them and they offer me what I'm looking for in terms of entertainment in gameplay, then I'm going to buy them. I have no allegiance to the one console. It's just not a thing that I engage in. It's a no. Now, from my research, I realized that a lot of parents buy just the one console for their children. So a lot of people grow up with that one console that they were bought, and they keep buying the next gen of that same console. And I believe that this is part of why people have a preference when it comes to what console they play on. So say you got a PlayStation as your first console, then you got a PlayStation 2, then a PlayStation 3, because that's what you're used to. And then the Xbox comes out and you're like, well, what's this? I like the PlayStation. I'm going to stick to the PlayStation. So you are, you know, loyal to the console that you have known for most of your gaming experience. And that is what you stick to. And another reason, I guess, that people have a preference when it comes to consoles is because a lot of people are into the specs that come with these consoles, where the average person like me, the average gamer, is not really thinking about what went into making this console. We're just thinking about, how does it look? Does it play well? What games are on the console? There are people that are into the tech, and so someone might prefer an Xbox because they feel like it is a stronger, more powerful console, and they know all about what goes on in it. And they could be talking to me and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. But again, they have this preference because of what they're into. So everybody jumps on the console war bandwagon of, oh, I like this versus this, because they have a preference for whatever reason. And that's cool, but it becomes a problem when you have an issue with me owning a console that you would never buy. For instance, I've had people that don't realize that I play on multiple platforms see a picture of an Xbox in pictures that I take on Instagram, and I get messages like, oh, how are you playing an Xbox? You know, you should try the PlayStation, or nah, the Xbox suck. You're an Xbox fangirl, blah-de-blah-de-blah. I can't believe, or you get people that are excited that, you know, oh shit, yeah, you're an Xbox person, you're an Xbox girl, my kind of girl, blah-de-blah-de-blah. And in my head, I'm thinking, no, I'm none of those things. I'm just a gamer. I own and have owned every Xbox ever made. Every PlayStation minus the PS5, which is like gold dust. You can't get it anywhere. But I've owned everything they've ever made, both Sony and Microsoft in terms of gaming consoles. So I'm not one that picks and chooses like, ooh, I'm going after this, or I like this. And I'll tell you why I pick from all platforms, why I am not loyal to just one. I'll tell you that in a sec. I'm a believer in going where I can get any benefits when it comes to gaming. So I own an Xbox, and I own Xbox consoles as well as PlayStation, because they offer me two completely different things. Now, the PlayStation is great at making exclusive games. Their games, their exclusives are fantastic. 90% of the time, their exclusive games are top tier. They're fantastic, you know, and that is something I can always rely on Sony to do, is to produce fantastic exclusive games. And I guess because they're an entertainment company, they have it down pat. Now, the Xbox, on the other hand, lacks exclusivity, which I'm hoping that they're going to bring now that they've bought Bethesda. So I'm hoping that they're going to get some great exclusive games. But for now, the reason that I go to the Xbox is because I just love the Game Pass. I love the fact that it is all in one. Once you pay for the ultimate package, you get everything from EA games to being able to play online, to having access to brand new games on the day of release. Xbox exclusive brand new games on the day of release. And you don't get those perks with the PlayStation. Like on PS Now, you can pay for you can pay for PS Now and get library of 800 plus games, but majority of the games are old games that a lot of people don't really want to play, and the newer games are not put on there until they kind of get old, or until you've already probably bought the game and played it and owned the game. So it's a very delayed service, and then on top of that, it is not all inclusive. So you can have PS Now, but you still can't play online. If you want to play online, then you have to pay separately for PlayStation Plus. And I'm hearing now that with the new consoles as well, in order to optimize games on the PS5, you know, games from the PS4 that you want to play on the PS5, you have to go through all of this hoopla, where with the Xbox, you just slot it in and it does the job for you. It's almost like you pay for a PlayStation 5 console and they're giving you work to do. And it's like, I've paid you for this console. You should have done the work for me. So a lot of people have been complaining about those issues. So as you can see, there are perks and there are disadvantages to having both those consoles. And while those are not the only two consoles that I own, the only two platforms that I play on, those are the two that are in the current console war. So those are the two that I am talking specifically about. So yeah, for me, these are the reasons why I can't. I feel like there's benefits and there's things that you lose out on each console, on each platform. So I just go where the games are, and there's great games and there's great perks on the Xbox, and they're fantastic games on the PlayStation. And I look forward to seeing what the exclusives are going to be like on the Xbox Series X. So, you know, it's just, for me, it's like, why am I going to deprive myself of enjoying so much because I pledge allegiance to one machine? Because that's what you're doing. You're pledging allegiance to a machine, and then you get angry and you start to get, you know, weird with your friends. And I've had people say things like, I can't be friends with someone that owns an Xbox or owns a PlayStation. We can't be friends because you have no and I'm thinking, come on, that's juvenile. Like, I feel like you should be allowed to like what you like without it meaning that you have an issue with someone that doesn't like what you like. We are all individuals. We have preferences, we have things that we're not so into and things that we love. And it's cool if you prefer one over the other. What is not cool is trying to hate people or create this anger and this war over a machine. Makes no sense to me. No sense at all. So I do not engage in console wars. I think it's a ridiculous thing to do. I think it just creates, you know, just havoc and just people fighting online over stupid crap. It achieves nothing. It achieves nothing. So yeah. So guys, thank you for taking the time to listen to what I have to say. Please leave a comment. Let me know if you have any preferences in terms of games. What do you like? What don't you like? Are you like me? Do you just play everything, or do you have a preference when it comes to a certain console? Tell me why, you know, and please, let's just have grown-up discussions without it turning ugly, because there is absolutely nothing wrong with having a preference if you so choose. I would really like to know why you feel the way you feel, if you feel that way. So yeah, I'm talking too much. Yeah, do that. Leave a comment. Thank you. Thank you so much, as always, to all of you that take the time to listen to my videos, to watch my videos, to listen to what I have to say, and just subscribe, you know, and show support. I appreciate you greatly, and I thank you. So with that said, please like, please share, please comment, please subscribe, and please, please, please come back and watch more videos. So thank you guys. I will be back with more videos for your entertainment and education, and just so I can talk about something, because that's what I do and I'm talking too much. Thank you guys. Take care, and I will see you guys, talk to you guys, do whatever is done on YouTube again soon. All right, I'm gonna go now because I'm talking rubbish. Bye.